through in our audience where you want to start in terms of what this unique moment in time as a blue governor against this administration.
Yeah, actually, if I may, maybe I'll take you back to election night 2016 because.
Hey everybody, it's me, Bill, and I am starting my day, and I need to find a job. So, while I do my work, I'm trying to have my B-roll up there, see how this works out. I've been looking for a job by myself for about a year now, so now I'm gonna just share it with you because it is a freaking process and I'm pretty much over it, but I need a job, so can't be that over it. How's everyone out there? I cannot touch the screen. Sorry about that. It's way over there, and I really need to get some work done, but I'm by myself, so I figured, why not? This is the best buy I ever bought. It's called the Comfy, but it's like this huge, soft hoodie. And I live in Florida, but because I live in Florida and because of the humidity, sorry, let me get to work too at the same time. Because of the humidity, I'm constantly have my air conditioning on. So I like my house around 50 degrees, no lie. I usually keep it I like it at 54, 55. I usually keep it around 60. And now, currently, the humidity's down. And so when the humidity drops for us, and the air becomes more crisp, you don't need to run your air conditioning more, but it gives me a little bit of a chill. I'm reformatting my resume.
And the 19 cases, there's a very little secret that's not come out about the Trump administration. Sometimes you get an outright win, you get the preliminary injunction, or you get the summary judgment, or you get something from the bench that helps you in the case.
So if anyone out there is over a certain age and you're looking for a job, it's challenging, and I think it's challenging for everybody out there right now. So I am going to stop saying it's challenging for me because it's challenging for us. That's the proper way to do it. And if you haven't been affected by any of this, then bless you. God bless you. I'm very happy for you because I wouldn't want this on anyone. I've been actually looking for a few years. And I've gone from owning my own business, starting a bunch of startups, owning my own business, to the business closing during COVID, 2021. Then I decided, okay, well, let me take a few months off. And then I started doing a consulting gig in 2022. And it was a year gig, so it was a contract, so it was great. And then from there, from 2023, I had one gig. And that's not sustainable. So basically every single month, my bank account's just bleeding until it's dry. And it's hard because when you think you've done everything right financially and then everything just goes poof, and you find yourself at the age you thought you'd be living on the beach, retired, struggling. And that's the struggle. That's the struggle. And that's why every day we need to get up and we need to recognize that today's a new day. We're going to live life minute by minute, not day by day, not week by week, not month by month, because I can't. I got to do it every single, I have to live it minute by minute, because I can wake up right now and everything be perfect, and then turn around and the lights go out. And it just ruins my whole day. And they haven't gone out in years, right? But you know, that's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Sorry, I cannot talk and type at the same time.
Some of the guys like Andre Leroux and others, Captain Jennings, others were there when I was there. And there's a new crop of folks
Okay.
who seem really extraordinary.
Yeah, that's a very unique.
I'm also creative, so one of the things that I'm trying to work on is the ability to be focused. So I lied to all you guys out there and said, "Oh, I'm working on my resume." Well, when I went to open up my resume, I noticed that I had started writing an article for this morning. And the article is about waking up from a nightmare. So it's kind of like a mystery type of thing, but I do articles as well that talk about what I'm going through or what I need to hear or they're really motivational pieces. And a lot of people say, "Oh, you're talking directly to me." No, bitch. No, sorry. No, I'm talking to me. I am talking to me. These are things that I need to hear. I need to hear that everything's going to be okay. I need to hear that everything I need is inside of me. I need to hear that. And so I am writing this to myself while sharing it with you. So it is a labor of love. But the problem is, and this is me going back to staying on track, is that the creative part, because I put it together like a imagine this type of story. So it's more palatable. But I enjoy so much doing the writing, and looking for a job sometimes feels like a chore. And not only does it feel like a chore, but when you've been doing it for a year and LinkedIn has been, I don't even know if the jobs out there are real that are being posted, but LinkedIn is not giving you really good results. You kind of get a little bit discouraged, a lot discouraged, but you still move on. So when I write my articles are written for me to say, all right, keep going. You're going to be okay. And believe with every ounce of belief that you can muster up in that moment.
I mean, look, the Trump administration has demanded data from us. Let's take two examples. You cite.
Because if you look around and you just
And by the way, not just Josh Shapiro
take everything at face value, my gosh, it can just be a total mind fuck.
because I do not trust what Donald Trump will
Can you say that on TikTok?
I simply don't. They've got
That's the only word that comes to my mind.
private personal information. So I refuse
Is this whole thing has been just
to sue us.
a chaotic mind fuck.
Stopping that data from being turned over, but
And they say the show must go on.
in a different way, continue to stand up for the people.
That this too shall pass,
I don't care if you voted for Donald Trump, Kamala Harris,
which is
somebody else.
phenomenal
Your private personal
to remember. It's phenomenal to say.
not turned over to people in
Come on, y'all.
protecting it. I would argue they're getting ways.
I need
SNAP is another example. This life-sustaining,
income.
investment that comes from the federal government, administered by the state. They ask for the information.
I need income, and I need it now.
Millions of Pennsylvanians who rely on SNAP.
Period. Oh, period. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Period.
Comply with our privacy requirements.
Anybody else out there looking?
Frankly, we just simply don't trust this administration in protecting this private information, so we refuse to comply. And again, I think as you pointed out, with
If you are, let me know. And let me know how long you've been unemployed.
those judges value privacy. Look, man, it wasn't all that long ago where the other side of the aisle ran on the issues of privacy, personal liberty, freedom. Boy, oh boy, have they gone far the other way. So they don't want to even hear Donald Trump trying to take away people's personal choices to make decisions that are their own bodies.
So I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna send out my article first, and then I'll start looking for a job. Because what I find is when I send out my articles, it also it draws people to my LinkedIn profile. And so when I start applying, there'll be more eyes on it. So there's somewhat of a strategy there, but to be honest with you, I started the article yesterday and just wanted to finish it up today. And then I'm going to go into searching for a job. And I want everyone out there, because they say, if everyone comes together, if everyone believes together, then it shall be. So I need us all to focus on Bill will get an opportunity immediately. You saying Bill will get a financial financial abundance immediately. Let's not say that with any type of doubt or buts, but it is clear. I will get it. Everyone say that with me. I want everyone to be with me on this because I need it. I'm gonna let you guys hear. I don't know if will be able to hear it, but I finished my song for my upcoming show. And I'm going to play the video on my television. Remember, this is not a dance song. This is an opening song for a show. It's about 4 minutes. But I happen to like it. My show is called You Be You Live. And this song is called Listen Loud because I am inviting a Trump supporter onto my show. And I hope that it's going to go well.
Listen right now.
All right, this is Listen Loud. Let's see if you guys can hear it.
Listen loud. Wait. Before you talk. Listen.
This is a show opening, right? That's my UBU theme song for this week. I made it. I produced it. Lyrics by me. Production by me. Using Suno as my AI platform to bring everything together, but I produce it from beginning to end. Suno doesn't come up with this type of energy on its own. So that's the opening to this week's show. And this week is going to be about, as I said, a person here on this island from Venezuela that is a Trump supporter. And I am not. So this should be a really interesting show because because I'm the host of the show, I have to hold myself to a different standard of making it a conversation, not a fight or debate or argument, just a safe space for him to come and talk. And we happen to be friends, and whenever I speak to him, I usually end up hanging up on him because I so Vietnamly, that word, disagree with his views. But not only do I not agree with them, I'm afraid for him. Because some people don't recognize that you're here on asylum from Venezuela. You could be a target as well. So that's where the I don't understand and I'm afraid, and then the anger steps in. Because there's this thing that I believe people have, which I can't understand, and that is, it's not affecting me directly, so I don't understand why Bill's so upset. That's me. I'm upset because it doesn't have to affect me directly. It affects a community that needs help. It affects people, or could affect people that I care about. And then I also believe that healthcare affects everybody. The fact that the United States and Israel were the only two countries that said at Davos that food was not a human right. Make it make sense. I got into an argument with someone yesterday that was like, oh, look, gas prices are down. Look at what a great job this administration is doing. I'm like, you just don't understand supply and demand. Gas prices fell during COVID as well because people weren't driving to work. Everything was on lockdown. People weren't spending money. They weren't driving to go to extracurricular activities. And some people are. There are certain people out there that have not been affected. But Nebraska is a failed state right now. Meaning they have a whole town that's gone bankrupt. Tyson Foods in Dallas, or not Dallas, in Texas, are laying off, I think 5,000 people. Apple's laying off. So where are we better? And the oil that we took was given to Saudi for $500 million and gone into Donald Trump's personal bank account. So you, as something that just fled from a dictatorship, a restructuring of your country under one man's desire, Maduro. You fled from that. You don't notice those same things happening right now? A lot of people say, where were the signs? The signs are all over. The signs are when they take away women's rights, gay rights, when they can just go in and ask you for a search and seizure or search of your car because you're brown or you're not fully white. You have to show paperwork. I heard the other day of a 12-year-old that needed to go get a real ID because they didn't look white. That is not the America that I know. Well, actually, it kind of sort of is. It's just these people have taken their hoods off, and they are standing in like Trump said, he can stand in the middle of the street and shoot someone, and no one would care. That's power. That's privilege. That's what we say when we talk about white privilege. That's exactly what that is. There's no way that anyone of color could do what Pete Hegseth is doing, or Kristi Noem, or Pam Bondi, who says, I'm not going to answer any questions, and I'm done. And she gets up and walks out of a congressional hearing, but they want to force Bill and Hillary Clinton in, who have not been in office for, she hasn't been in an office for 15 years, at least. Hold on. 10 years, let's do 10. I think since 2016. Or 2012, because she may have left the office so she could start running for president. And Bill hasn't been in office for decades. If he's in those files, then great, he has hell to pay. But why are we rushing towards him before we even release the files? So we're going after a maybe when we have the facts right in front of us. So if those files are released, we don't need the Clintons to do a deposition. So what are they covering up so hard? Why are they continuing to be the master of distraction? Don't know, can't figure it out. But once again, I am not searching for a job because I prefer to talk about the things that are wrong in the world or work on my creative stuff. So what I am going to do in order for me to work on a job is I am not going to continue with my B-roll up there because I am more focused on talking than looking. But let's see if there's anything out there first. So I've worked in multiple industries with titles ranging from VP of customer service to VP of operations to chief operating officer for multiple companies to CEO of my own company. So that also makes it more difficult because I've done everything from running an online dating company to running a social media company to running an e-commerce company to running running the national accounts for a $1 billion privately held company. I've worked for directly for the founders. I've worked directly I reported directly into the board, and I've been a part of a company that's gone from private to a public company throughout my time there. So getting everything prepared, Sarbanes-Oxley compliance. The only thing I don't do is finance. I've had the CFO report into me, but I usually ride beside them. And all the time they report it into me when I own my own company. But I usually work in tandem with the CFO. I find that when you are running a company, you have several balls in the air in several different locations that you're operating, that you need someone dedicated to finance, and that's just not me. So having someone dedicated to finance to give me the reports, to understand that we're moving in the right track and where we need to reduce money, that's their skill. That's what they do. That's what I need. That's what I want, is to work with a very good CFO. But I'm managing the day-to-day, the onboarding, the recruiting, the customer service, the logistics, the vendor management, the product development, all of that. I mean, the branding, the travel and events team, the quality assurance team. So the operation is fully reporting into me. The financials are being held by finance, and they're making sure, by me checking in constantly, where are we at? Where do we need to focus to gain more revenue? Where do you see that we're bleeding, so that we can make the right changes? And that doesn't mean I'm going in and firing everyone. It just means we're going in and we're going to build our revenue. We're going to build the company. We're going to build out new revenue streams, but we're going to reduce operational costs. And in any good candidate for a chief operations role or VP operations role is going to look at the current staff, and I always try to make the commitment to the people that have been with the company before I got in, that we find a role for them. And they may not be in the right role when I get in there, but we are building out a new and improved business. So the right role for that person could be a job upward, but in a different area. Or it could be a lateral move in a different area. But it's not really to go in and chop people that are working. It's going in there and seeing, how do we maximize the team, and how do we break down silos so people in marketing aren't just pushing things out without letting the team in customer service know that we just released this new campaign. And then how do we have customer service speak to the marketing team and understand the new campaign you just pushed out? People are confused about it. It's causing more calls. They don't understand the bonus structure or the benefit. And we're not getting sales, we're just getting questions. So, yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell. I go in, I bring the fun, because I believe that work should feel like, if you're going to be there for 8 to 10 hours a day, it should feel fun. It should feel like you're a part of something. And fun does not mean gold star for Marcus. Oh, whoever gets this gets a gold star today. No. Fun means you're unified, that you are part of a team, that you have the person next to you's back, that you understand where we're at as a company, and that you are the foundation. And as the foundation of that company, you affect the growth and success of the organization at every level. Every person in that company is a key player, just with a different job title and different responsibility set. So a manager cannot manage a zero-sum team. So even though the manager has a title, they need to understand how to motivate and inspire and get the team on board. So the manager is not more important than the team. Actually, the opposite. The manager should be customer service for the team. So the team goes to the manager with a problem, and the manager provides a service. He fixes the problem or trains them on how to fix the problem. He doesn't take everything on himself or themselves, but he teaches them how to fish. He teaches them how to grow past the desk that's in front of them and to think more strategically and outside of the box. So none of us are more important than the next. The facility manager, all of them, each person in an organization holds a very important piece of that organization in their hand. And if they're not recognized, and recognized doesn't necessarily mean a financial bonus in the moment, because everyone has a budget, but it can be recognized as continuously training them to grow into a different level, a different part of the business operation. And what I do to ensure that my team grows is tell them that I am for their success, whether it's within the company or outside of the company. I'm going to give you all of me, which means I'm going to teach you everything that I know, everything that I've learned, so that you can grow into my seat. And that's from the entry-level position on up. And then what I tell them, once they've got everything that I can get, if the company has not or cannot recognize them from a financial perspective, that I will be their biggest supporter on what they want to do next. So I've helped people with their resumes. I've coached them through interviews, because I always have a succession plan. So if someone is ready to move, I am ready to help them. Why, do you say? Because I've had people come to me saying, I'm in a job interview process. I'm in the second phase of it. I don't know if I'm going to take it or not. This is what they're offering me. And I've coached them through it. But while I'm coaching them through it, I say, if you get this job, who would be your replacement? And then that person will say, I think this would be a good replacement. And I'll say, I agree or disagree. And then we start working together to bridge that gap in case they leave. If they stay, that's fantastic too. They have a backup that they can depend on, because I'm not going to push them out. Unlike a lot of employers, I am true to what I say. If I am for you, I'm for you. I'm going to help you every step of the way. And I have done that in seasons where it's made my job more difficult. Why would it make my job more difficult? Because I'm losing a good person. I'm losing a good person that understands how the company operates, how I operate, what my expectations are. And I'll have to retrain and rebuild. And whenever you have a gap, or someone has been doing a job and doing it really, really well, you don't want to chain them to that desk. You don't want to block their blessing. You want to help them succeed. Even if it does hurt you as an executive, not personally, but directly, because it's not personal. But I know that I have the tools in place to keep the business continuity going. So the business doesn't feel that disruption, that person leave in a negative way. I feel it because at times I'm going to pick up the slack while the new person gets up and running. I feel it because you as a human are used to communicating with someone in a very specific way. Once you get super comfortable, they can like read your mind, and that's a gift. But you're retraining someone, and that takes time and patience. It's not a problem. It's just a benefit of working for me is that you get 100% support. And I am selfless when it comes to it. As long as the business is running great, as long as we keep the business continuity, we're fine. I've also had people just leave. I mean, don't think everyone just tells me beforehand, hey, I'm helping everyone get new jobs, because that would be my entire day if I just helped everyone get new jobs. But I'm just saying that I will pour everything I can into you. And because people trust me, and because people believe in the integrity that I show in the business, they're willing to tell me things that most people won't. Tell their manager or their chief operating officer or their executive director. But I do think that going on with the B-roll was a good idea. However, I do find that I am talking more to you than I am to then looking for a job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this moment and we're going to stop, and I'm going to start looking for a job, and then I'm going to come back and tell you guys how many jobs I looked for, how many I applied for, and what the next steps are going to be. Because I need a job today. With that said, follow me. Please follow me. I'll follow you. We can follow each other. Help me grow my network on TikTok. I'm rather new here. I've been doing this since December. I would love more followers. I'm also on YouTube. It's in my bio at William Rochelle. And I'm also on LinkedIn at William Rochelle. So if you guys know about a job, please go over there and on LinkedIn, connect with me, send my profile out to everyone. I think it's pretty good, my profile. I think my resume is great. But you tell me. And I hope everyone out there is safe, has food, has the love in their heart from themselves and their neighbors. Remember to ask people how they're doing and mean it. And lean in, because I'm not doing well. It's not okay. And I come on and I say, oh, everything is great. I don't say everything is great. I tell you what's really going on. But the way that I say things is from, I believe it's my professional side that says, don't let them see you sweat. Doesn't mean I'm not sweating. It means that I am holding it together, and that I'm keeping hope alive, and that I believe that I've always been someone that has achieved and overcome, and I will continue to overcome. And every time I fall forward, never falling backwards. So let's keep that trend of falling forward, let's keep that up there. I'm not selling anything, I'm not that funny, I'm very cute. Just joking. I can say that to myself. But it's hard to find anything funny today. But I do find peace today. And that's the energy I'm going with. With that said, I am going to go so that I can find a job. I'm not going to do it talking to you guys all day.